Good morning, sunshines! Are there days you don't feel like getting up in the morning? Maybe because you just don't like your job or career anymore. Or maybe you're unsure if you like where your life is heading. Or perhaps you're just a little less motivated than usual and nothing seems to excite you lately. That's just life. It will inevitably have its ups and downs. Do we then go after that new thing? What if we have that same feeling about our relationships? Because as we all know, the honeymoon phase can sometimes be very short-lived for many of us. What do we do then? Do we just throw that ring and look for that new fling? Imagine being unhappy and every new year you just start that new thing and maybe even a new fling. If only it were that simple and no one gets hurt, right? Or is there a better solution, and can something be more permanent and maybe even last forever? Now, a little disclaimer here. There are real life issues to which I have no authority on prescribing solutions to. In all my videos, I am just sharing my thoughts and experiences on these matters, as well as using resources that have helped me over the years. Hi. My name is Rose and welcome to my channel again, and welcome to my small and humble home. In my last video, if you haven't seen it yet, I shared the story of my journey and what I had done to get back home to design a life that I love by following that one thing. So in this video, I'm going to share a concept I found recently called Ikigai as an introduction to our new journey together. Ikigai is a Japanese word that has gained popularity over the years because of its profound meaning. Ikigai is a reason for being. Iki in Japanese means life and gai describes value or worth. Your Ikigai is your life purpose or your bliss. It is the reason you wake up in the morning. It is your purpose in life. The thing that gets you out of bed every day, excited to start your day and say, "Good morning, sunshines." So if you don't know what your Ikigai is, like Viktor Frankl said, your mission in life is to discover it. So yes, following your passion or passions is a way to discover your purpose in life. So let's get started. In my opinion, if we want lasting relationships or follow passions that will stick through the thick and thin, Ikigai might just be a good solution for us. So let's take a chance and explore a little bit about what our Ikigai could be. So in this book, Ikigai, the Japanese secret to a long, happy life, we are told that we need not look further because the Japanese culture has it all figured out. Wouldn't that be exciting, right? So with Ikigai, achieving a healthy combination of purpose, joy, and contentment is an attainable reality. Think of it as your recipe for living happily ever after, and you savor each moment to the fullest. Yum, right? So, if only it was that easy. Now, I believe we will not find all the happiness in just reading one book. I don't think we will ever experience full joy or a 24/7 happy state in this life. We may have bursts of happiness here and there, and the more the better, but we also need opposition for personal growth. If there was only one book left in the world for me to read and recommend, it would be the Holy Scriptures. However, not everyone is open to that idea and would rather read secular books. That's okay too. We can extract from great books and many available resources and create our very own happiness recipe. But most importantly, we need to apply them. Otherwise, what is a great recipe if we aren't willing to taste it, right? It would just be entertainment and nothing more. And that's what's happening in the world of information overload right now. Too much viewing and not enough doing. I know because I'm guilty of that. So FYI, I will resist giving too many tips in one video because let's face it, we won't do any of them or many of them. So instead of reviewing a full book, I will share only personal experiences and encourage you to do just one simple thing each video. So personally, to me, Ikigai means having to balance life and achieving inner harmony. It may never be attained perfectly in life, but it gives us a peace of mind knowing that we are following what we are called to do on this earth. So lately, I've been leaning towards the Japanese way of living. I have to say that I'm intrigued by their culture. Maybe it's just because I love sushi, but seriously, the more I open my mind, the more I like their ways. Like the sakura tree, meaning cherry blossom tree. I believe it is a nice symbol of Ikigai. As I mentioned in my other video, the sakura tree blooms only for a short period and often serves as a reminder for us to live life to our fullest potential. And we must cherish the moment and find joy in everyday experiences. That's Ikigai living. For example, inside the playground that I helped transform, the sakura tree was a great symbol of the mission to live life in beauty because it is short. Many of my passions or talents were manifested in that playground. And yes, I woke up every morning with excitement. However, passion and purpose are not the same. And my being a multi-passionate woman is actually a great example of the need to clarify between the two. So the term multi-passionate might evoke a sense of happy chaos, but purpose provides direction and focus, whereas passion is marked by feeling and energy that often comes in waves and may even burn out quickly. Conviction helps guide you to your ultimate goal, one which may bring fulfillment. And as the saying goes, passion asks what, and purpose answers why. And truly, I have come to realize that my purpose at the playground was not going to be fully met. At least not yet. So unfortunately, sometimes in business partnership, we have different visions, and oftentimes profit is placed above people or purpose, especially during trying times like the pandemic. That's understandable. I left knowing that I have empowered my partner in a good way. One of my mantras in life is to leave Earth knowing that I've done something good for somebody every day if possible. So how can one find their Ikigai or life purpose? I found mine back in the late 90s, and I just kind of dated myself right there, but it's coming from the Stephen Covey's best-selling book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Yes, I know I just introduced another book to you guys, but it is where I found my Ikigai, my purpose. So it is the first habit of beginning with the end in mind. And this suggests that when we pursue a life goal or our passions, we must first understand why we are doing it in the first place, which translates to the importance of knowing our why or our purpose, or in other words, Ikigai. So paraphrasing from Stephen Covey's words, he says, along our journeys, we can easily get caught up in the busyness or the activities of the day, and we are busy climbing the success ladder only to find it leaning on the wrong wall. We often forget why we were climbing in the first place. So in my attempt to climb my ladder of success, I literally did climb the ladder many times to clean, decorate, and beautify the place. And I even have some video proof of it. So I suddenly had an epiphany, and I saw myself climbing my ladder of success, and lo and behold, it was not the specific wall I wanted the ladder to lean on. So luckily, I was quick to learn that I was spending so much time beautifying the playground that I often neglected my own home. I even preferred to stay at the place because my home was just a chaotic mess for months. I spent less time with family, and oftentimes I felt undervalued for my work. So the first thing I did once I came home was to declutter and organize my surroundings. And no, I did not follow Marie Kondo's Japanese organizing system, which would have helped a lot. But although I did buy her book as well, I'm not quite there yet. I have to organize at my own pace by going slowly and progressively. So I beautified my home first and made an indoor garden, which you can see here. My husband helped. I created a sakura tree right there in my office to remind me to follow my Ikigai and design a life that I love. And my goal is to help others do the same, to design a life they love. So if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, please hit the subscribe button below, and let's go on this journey together. So on my Facebook profile, I purposely wrote in my bio these words: no amount of success in the world can compensate for the failure in the home. So this serves as a constant reminder for me to know where my ladder leans first, and everything else is secondary. Now, it's your turn to ask yourself the simple question to find your Ikigai. What is most important to you? And what does your wall represent? So now that you know the fundamental question to ask yourself, you are on your way to finding your Ikigai, your why, or your life purpose. So next is to find out the how, which we can explore in the next video. So bye for now.